Consumer Reports just dropped their latest rankings, and 6 SUVs scored so highly they're calling them nearly perfect. Here's the twist. The luxury brands you'd expect to dominate in reliability didn't even make the top spots. In fact, the SUV sitting at number 1 is a model that most buyers literally walk past at the dealership. Before we dive into that, I'm also going to reveal the one mistake 90% of buyers make that ends up costing them thousands in depreciation, extended warranties, and repair bills once these SUVs pass 50,000 miles. There's also a pattern running through all 6 models that explains why some vehicles last 200,000 miles while others break down by 50,000 miles. Today we're counting down 6 SUVs that prove reliability isn't just luck, it's engineered. And stick around because the number 1 spot shocked every critic and reviewer and revived an entire brand with an astonishing 97 reliability score. Starting at number 6 we have the Subaru Outback Wilderness. Consumer Reports gave it a 93, but honestly no number really captures what this SUV endured. It's not just reliable, it's practically indestructible. It has survived 127-degree heat in Death Valley, -40 blizzards in Alaska, and off-road abuse so harsh it destroys most vehicles within hours. The Outback barely even flinched. Subaru used to be haunted by those old head gasket failures, but they rebuilt the entire engine block from scratch, revamped the metallurgy, redesigned sealing technology, and now test every single engine for 200 straight hours before it's installed. Not just one from a batch, every engine. That alone shows they weren't messing around. What makes this SUV so tough is actually what Subaru took out. They ditched the electronic parking brake, skipped sensor-heavy power lift gate, and simplified systems that typically cause headaches around 60,000 miles. Fewer parts mean fewer failures, and that philosophy is evident everywhere inside this vehicle. The underbody protection is real steel, not decorative plastic. Suspension components look oversized for its class, and I mean that as a compliment. It's built like they expect real use, not just posing in an REI parking lot. Financially, the Outback Wilderness is just as impressive, holding about 72% of its value after 3 years, higher than some luxury SUVs charging double the price. When a vehicle is this tough and straightforward, buyers recognize it, and the resale values reflect that. At number 5 we find the Lexus NX 350h. This SUV is packed with tech, so why does it rank near perfect? Consumer Reports gave it a stunning 94. Honestly, looking at the features, it shouldn't be that high. It's loaded with adaptive suspension that adjusts hundreds of times per second, digital side mirrors, a touchpad that actually works, mood lighting with more colors than a Vegas hotel lobby, and enough electronics to scare most mechanics. By all logic, this SUV should be a rolling software nightmare. But here's the twist, Lexus didn't rush it. They delayed the launch for 11 months just to fix 17 potential failure points found during pre-production. They rebuilt entire systems before the public ever saw it. So, when the NX 350h finally hit dealerships, it wasn't a first-generation product. It was technically a second generation without a first. Then there's the hybrid system. Lexus didn't borrow from their regular lineup but used components from Toyota's Industrial Equipment division. The same tech powering forklifts and warehouse machines running non-stop for years. That's why the NX 350h delivers 39 miles per gallon and accelerates faster than the non-hybrid version, hitting 60 miles per hour in just 6.8 seconds. Inside, the cabin feels more like a baby LS than a compact crossover. Semi-aniline leather, reinforced stitching, composite materials that don't crack or off-gas in extreme weather. It's a luxury interior that ages gracefully. Dealers quietly hate this next part. Lexus sells this SUV with an unusually low markup because they want to steal market share from German competitors. Coming in at number 4 is the Toyota Highlander Hybrid. 3-row SUVs usually break early, but this one's an exception. Consumer Reports gave it a remarkable 96. Honestly, once you understand Toyota's approach, that number almost feels low. Instead of chasing flashy new tech or reinventing the wheel, Toyota did something smarter. They simply scaled up the proven hybrid systems from the Prius and Camry powertrains, which have millions of real-world miles behind them. No experimental parts, no risky new engineering, just rock-solid components refined over decades. The result? Incredible reliability. We're now 4 years into this generation, and there isn't a single significant failure pattern. Complaints, forums, recalls, it's practically spotless. That's unheard of for any 3-row SUV, especially one carrying the load of a hybrid system. Part of the secret is Toyota's obsessive quality control. Every Highlander hybrid undergoes 847 separate tests before leaving the factory. And I'm not talking about a quick visual check with a clipboard. I mean real diagnostic sweeps, calibrated pressure testing, millimeter-precise seal inspections. Toyota treats this vehicle like a long-term science experiment, not an assembly line product. Financially, the Highlander hybrid is just as impressive. Most three-row SUVs lose 45% of their value in 3 years, but this one holds around 70%. Imagine buying a $50,000 family hauler and still having $35,000 in resale value a few years later. That's the kind of math that turns car ownership from a money pit into a smart investment. Plus, it delivers 35 miles per gallon, seats 8, and can tow up to 5,000 pounds. At number 3 is the Honda CR-V Hybrid. This SUV represents quiet excellence. Nothing flashy or dramatic, just bulletproof engineering wrapped in a family-friendly package. Consumer Reports gave it one of the highest reliability scores in its segment, and honestly, that didn't surprise me. Honda took the hybrid system they've been refining for over a decade and built it to run 250,000 miles without breaking a sweat. What makes the CR-V Hybrid special is its absurd consistency. Owners report 0 major failures in the first several years, no hybrid battery degradation, no random electrical gremlins, and no transmission disasters. The electric motor assists smooth acceleration, and the eCVT doesn't behave like the rubber band CVTs that give headaches. The gas engine barely works unless you're climbing hills. What mechanics appreciate most? Honda kept the design simple. No overly complicated sensors, no gimmicky features that fail around 60,000 miles, no fragile air suspension. Just a well-balanced blend of reliability and efficiency. Fuel economy sits comfortably in the mid-40s without even trying, meaning this SUV pays for itself long before the warranty runs out. Inside, the cabin is classic Honda. Durable materials, clean ergonomics, zero drama. Nothing rattles, squeaks, or fades prematurely. The resale value rivals Toyota territory, holding about 68 to 70% after 3 years, making it one of America's cheapest SUVs to own long-term. If the NX350h is the tech-heavy luxury hybrid and the Highlander hybrid the three-row efficiency king, the CR-V hybrid is the quiet workhorse that just gets the job done. And number 2, we have the Toyota RAV4 hybrid. This SUV is the quiet workhorse everyone forgets until they see the reliability data, then the room goes silent. Consumer Reports consistently ranks the RAV4 hybrid as one of the most reliable vehicles sold in America, and the numbers back it up. 4 years into production, there's still no recurring pattern of significant mechanical failures. No hybrid battery complaints, no inverter issues, no transmission disasters. Just boring, predictable durability, the kind mechanics secretly love. What makes this SUV unstoppable? The powertrain. Toyota didn't design it for hype or acceleration numbers but to run forever. The hybrid system comes straight from Toyota's global parts bin of bulletproof architecture, the same DNA powering taxis, delivery vehicles, and commercial hybrids overseas that rack up 300,000 miles like it's nothing. Owners regularly report fuel economy in the mid-40s, even when loaded with gear, pets, or family chaos. Unlike some rivals, the hybrid system barely degrades. I've seen RAV4 hybrids with 150,000 miles still delivering the same mileage as when new. Financially, it's just as impressive, holding about 70% of its value after 3 years, right alongside the Highlander hybrid and embarrassing half the luxury segment. You're essentially paying mainstream prices for a vehicle that behaves like a long-term investment. Inside, it's classic Toyota. Tough fabrics, intuitive controls, and absolutely nothing gimmicky that breaks at 60,000 miles. Taking the top spot is the Acura MDX. Acura was on life support, then the MDX shocked everyone. Consumer Reports gave it a 97, a score usually reserved for vehicles that basically refuse to brake. Here's what really surprised me: this isn't just a fancier Honda Pilot. Sure, it shares a platform, but the engineering underneath couldn't be more different. Acura rebuilt everything that matters. Suspension geometry, electronics architecture, insulation, like they were proving something to the entire luxury segment. The first time you drive one, you feel it immediately. The acoustic insulation isn't just thick, it's everywhere. Doors, floor, roof, every inch packed with materials designed to kill road noise before it reaches the cabin. The electronics are refined and surprisingly trouble-free, which I can't say for half the German SUVs I see in service bays. And the chassis tuning? Acura went all in. They spent 24 months perfecting the suspension. 2 years, while most manufacturers spend 6 months and call it done. Acura wasn't satisfied until this SUV rode like a luxury sedan and handled like it weighed half as much. But what really blows owners away? How little maintenance the MDX needs. You bring it in for oil changes and tire rotations, that's basically it. Service departments have had to create reminder programs because people forget this SUV even needs maintenance. That's how painless ownership is. Acura was so confident in their build they voluntarily extended the powertrain warranty to 6 years or 70,000 miles. Not as damage control but as a flex. It's comfortable, quiet, incredibly stable at speed, and the third row is actually usable. Not a cramped emergency bench but a real, functional space where adults can sit without folding themselves into carry-on luggage. These 6 SUVs prove something the industry never wants you to realize. Reliability isn't accidental or luck, it's engineered. The brands topping these Consumer Reports rankings don't get there by chasing gimmicks, touchscreen trends, or flashy lease deals. They get there by building vehicles that stay solid at 100,000 miles, not just shiny at 10,000. Smart money buys engineering, not branding. So, tell me in the comments, which one surprised you the most and which are you thinking about adding to your driveway? Hit that like button if this helped you avoid a bad purchase, and subscribe because I break down every major reliability update automakers wish you'd ignore.